ready?
Yeah, but you should think about it. That picture. I think that was the trigger.
That's so crazy that you said that because that did not I even forgot. Like that did not even cross my mind. Okay, I'm gonna introduce you. So you go or there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Nice.
No, I do not like cows.
Oh, you missed my birthday in the shack.
Your what?
The after.
I know. It looked so much fun.
No, that's beautiful.
Hey guys, this is your girl. I promise I will get more professional, okay? It's just that I had to fire everyone because no one was productive and efficient with their work, so it's a one-girl team.
Nobody loves you.
Okay, cool. So, this is your girl, Beijing Rodgers. Ah, and the crowd goes wild. I'm from Nassau. Thank you. I'm from Nassau, the Bahamas, living here in Santiago, Chile. And today we are on the talk show called Stepping Over, where I, Beijing Rodgers, steps over into the life of another millennial because of their wake up and deviatish, I just created a word, deviatish lifestyle so they can inspire us and empower us with what they're doing so we can step into our greatness as well. So today we are interviewing the one, the only. Okay, guys, I'm gonna hear some noise. Let me hear some noise. Oh my God! Okay, let's get the security. He's coming in. He's coming in. Do you want me to call you JJ or Juan Jose?
JJ.
Okay. His name is JJ Letnic.
Okay,
Come on down.
Okay, one more.
That is hilarious. As you guys can see, he is a character. This is him. Oh, how are you?
How are you?
So good to see you.
You see, like we're talking like the whole time.
You see, that's what you do in Chile. You do the little kiss on the side. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's much more affectionate in this country. JJ, how are you today? As you can see, yes, we are professional. We prepared you some water. Water.
So we're talking like British accent?
Well, you can do whatever you want. But for me, right now, in this very moment, I want to speak with my British accent.
Oh, okay. Well, this thing is, I don't speak properly British. So, yeah, I will stop too.
By the way, JJ is from Chile. So he is a native. He's a natural. He is real.
It's a blend.
Oh, it's a blend. Tell us about your blend.
Yeah, because, sorry guys, Chilean guys, it's not like I'm not proud to be Chilean, but it's not like a huge fan.
Ah, wow.
Okay, so I have a blend of Greek, Croatian.
Did you say Greek?
Greek. Yeah.
Oh, Greek is sexy.
Yeah, I have the
Greek people
Greek
are
nose,
sexy.
like straight.
Is that their nose?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can they see that?
Yeah, why don't you just give them a... There it is. Do y'all see the Greek nose?
Like a Greek yogurt.
I think I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what, so you're Greek, Croatian, Chilean?
And Saiyan.
What is that?
Like the race of the spiders who fight across the universe. Have you ever seen Dragon Ball?
No.
Never?
I mean, I know what it is. It's just very boring. I'm that person. I'm that person. But that's a saying?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're not lying. Yeah. Okay, guys. So JJ, he is a ball. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please comment it down. Ask him anything you want.
Once you wake up, because I know it's really early.
Yeah, once you wake up. So we should start
Saturday morning. Yeah.
So what did you guys do last night, huh? What did you do last night?
It's not over yet. I just coming from the nightclub.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
That's how you spent your night?
Yeah.
At a nightclub?
I'm the dancer.
You're the exotic dancer.
It's not just a dancer. I don't know if I say exotic because sometimes I look very ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the ladies pay, so
They. Oh wow, that's crazy.
I think I
that's
saw
a
you
lot.
last night there.
Oh what? No.
Yeah.
Who?
Sure.
Beijing Catherine Rodgers? No. Your girl was not there. She was in another city in Chile. Lol. So it's kind of hot in here. Are you hot? Yeah. I'm like
Always.
Yeah. My nose is sweating, and when my nose sweats, that means your girl is hot. But we can't open the windows because homeboy Baruch is a monster, and we do not want to release the rocket. No, we don't.
You should see the shoes that he destroyed.
Yeah. That would be. Oh, we've got my best friend Randy. My best friend Randy.
Randy?
No, her name is Kian.
Chotini.
Her name's Kian, but we all grew up calling her Randy, and we actually got in a big fight about it. Okay, whatever. She'd kill me if I went on about it. But hi, Randy.
Namaste.
Oh, did she just leave? She did not just leave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, so
I should wear.
Randy, come back. Come back to us. Anyways, what were you saying?
No, that I should wear the other shirt because if she went, it's because
You're sure, yes, of course. So, what inspired this outfit today?
It's the only thing that I have clean. So
that makes sense. That makes sense. But I like it. You know, can you stand up? Can you give us a little model? It was a little, give us a little model photos. Yeah. Oh, watch the bongi. Bongi mean butt in Bahamian.
Oh, I'm wearing shoes. So
I'm not wearing shoes.
Oh yeah, it's the rule here in this place. No shoes.
Yeah.
But well, I try to be because you told me like, look okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So because I just this is the magic because I wear just that.
Oh wait. Okay, now give us a little pose with your jacket.
Okay, this is informal. Informal?
Yeah, but it could work. And then, the magic is coming, guys. The magic is coming.
Oh, who's ready for the meeting? Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, really formal.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. I like what you're doing, and you should, keep it up. You should keep that up.
Thank you.
What you're doing. Mr. Growth. Oh, shoot, I forgot your name. Mr. South Grove.
JJ.
Mr. South Grove.
She's the worst host.
Yeah. What?
She's the worst host.
What is, we still don't understand. What do you say?
You are the worst
Pardon?
host.
What?
Host.
What? We don't understand what you're saying.
Because you forgot my name.
Best host! I am the best host! I'm just kidding. I forget everybody's name. You should have seen the last video. His name was Stijn or something. He's from Holland. And my nickname for him as a friend was Sticky. And he liked it. I give people nicknames and it sticks. Pardon?
What's my name?
I don't know. I have to.
You have it.
Do I? Oh, Mr. Southgrove.
No.
Oh.
Remember that day
JJ.
when I...
Oh my gosh, yes! His nickname is, yeah. Okay, why didn't I introduce you as that? Guys,
Okay.
Normal people
So we do the dance?
calls him JJ, okay? I call him Jota y Jota because JJ in Spanish means Jota. And every time I say Jota y Jota, he's supposed to do an action. So you guys, don't miss it. Don't even blink because you don't even want to miss this action. Okay? Jota y Jota. Oh.
I'm sorry, guys. This is just automatically really ridiculous. I can help it. It's like...
Listen, we need to keep it PG, okay? PG. By the way, Jota, how old are you?
I'm 29. Yeah.
You're 29.
No, 28. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Which one is it?
February 19.
Yes.
28.
February
Sorry,
28th.
Because
February.
I was my birthday like a couple of months.
Yes, a month ago, and I was there to witness the greatness of
yeah,
his birthday.
How was it?
I was invited. Isn't that so cool? Like Beijing was invited to his birthday. You know, I know. I was chosen. I was one of the chosen ones. You know, but the birthday was great, and I think his birthday was also something that is like deviates from the norm because usually millennials like to like all do the same thing when they celebrate his birthday. But with him, he decided to go rafting, white water rafting. That is freaking cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
So let's get started, shall we?
Yeah, of course.
We have done the intro for a very long time, and now it's time to get down to business.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this.
That's your letter.
These are my cue cards. Okay, you're not allowed to do that to the host. Okay, thank you. Okay, Hota, JJ, Mr. Growth Man, speak to me. Speak to me. Okay, are you ready to speak to me? Are you ready to open your mouth and say amazing words?
Well, I don't know about that, but you can talk.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so again, the person that we will be stepping over into the life. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your name.
When you do that,
yeah, okay, okay, sounds good. Okay, into the life is Hota, and he is Mr. Growth Man. What does that mean? Well, stay tuned, and you will find out. So let's start off. I believe in building and creating relationships because that is the foundation of changing the world. Okay, so where did you and I create our relationship?
Well, we haven't actually yet.
Where did it start, though?
I asked her to have lunch with me, and her schedule is so busy. Like, she knows what she's going to do like next year. So if you want to date with her, you will think about like 2020.
Let's go with 20. Yeah, 2020. 2020. I'm definitely available. Actually, you said that's pretty accurate. That was pretty accurate.
You should say like in British because it's more sophisticated.
That's pretty accurate. What? What should I have said in British?
Your schedule is already full.
Oh yeah, my schedule is already full. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Okay, we
Ta-ta. Okay, so when was the other?
The first time.
First time that our relationship sprouted.
Well, one day, Kenley, my girlfriend, she started.
Woo! Shout out to Kenley. Kenley. Can you saw that video?
No, that was my terrible voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know about it. No, I did not know about it until like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So every time when people would be like, Kenley, I'm like, what? It's like that's the thing.
Well, it sounds good. Like
Kenley. Sorry, do you mean the name or the song or the person?
Because here in Chile, people just tend to sing whatever with the song.
Oh.
They don't pay attention
to the words. Yeah.
So,
that's why it's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So his girlfriend Kenley.
One time, just start talking about Beijing. Beijing. You have to meet her because you're gonna love her, and yeah, she's so lovely. But one day, I was so sick of hearing all the time about Beijing. It's like, okay, introduce me to her, please, so you can stop talking about her more than talk about myself.
Yeah.
And I ended up here with this beautiful and amazing person. And when I met her, I thought, wow, I want to be as cool as her. And it's really hard, but I want to try. And I succeed. And I should sit there.
Guys, we're going to go to commercial break because your girl is like,
we play a lot of games here with her family and her friends, and what I like about her, and she is so competitive. I
am very competitive.
She loves to lose. No, she loves to, and she hates to lose. Yeah.
Because I always win though, and that's the thing. Like people hate me. That's probably why my Instagram account got disabled because like I'm always winning, and so it's just like that's annoying. Like I understand how it is to be like the other person like not on my team because like that's annoying when you lose,
See that? See what I'm saying?
No, but that was a beautiful introduction.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hota. Thank you. So guys, you heard it from him that is where we created our relationship. At my house, we were sitting. He was invited to a little barbecue. We had great fellowship.
Veggie barbecue. Okay.
Yeah.
That's important. Huge detail.
Yeah, especially since we're in Chile. Barbecue, love, joy, laughter, singing, all of the above. Him and a friend jumped in the pool, the only ones to do it because they're so cool. And I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. I just rhymed. Yeah. Drop the microphone. Yeah. Karaoke after this?
Yeah, please.
Okay, cool. So, see, I'm available.
After, I mean, talking about karaoke, we sang a lot.
We did.
With your mom, I was sitting right there on the couch.
He was.
And suddenly we were singing church songs.
We were.
Yeah.
Christian songs.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
It was okay. I was trying to be loved by my mother-in-law. And I know she's very religious.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was put all my effort, all my vocal cords in that song because I really want to impress her.
Yeah.
Now it's okay.
Yeah. Cool. Just to let you guys know, your girl's not religious. I don't believe in religion. I just believe in Jesus Christ. And that he came down to set me free, baby. Cool. Good. Okay, so that's where we created and built our relationship. That is beautiful. So, okay, let's get down to the story. Let's get down to the nitty bitty gritty stuff. Who are you and what is your story?
Wow. The email said that I have only 1 minute. Is that true?
Yeah. That is so funny.
Actually, I have concepts, like 10 words to synthesize my life.
Oh,
so
yeah?
it can be per in the 1 minute.
Okay, well, since this is live, you can like take as long as you want, but like not like all day. So make it like nice and juicy, hashtag no pressure, and like let's just deliver this bad boy.
Okay, well, I was born in this land of sun and ocean in Santiago, in Antofagasta. That is north of Chile.
Yes.
So I grew up surrounded by people because my family at the beginning lives in a hotel. So I can see myself having 2 years old, like crawling.
Yeah.
Crawling across the hall, and I was trying to speak with everyone. Yeah.
That's so. I actually, guys, did not know that.
So it's not weird that after a couple of years I get back there and the nannies, the nannies of the place. Yeah.
The housekeeper. Oh, sorry. In the Bahamas we say housekeepers.
Yeah, the housekeepers.
But in the US of A they say nannies.
Yeah, the house. Oh, he's my boy. He's coming back to see us. And I say, who are you? Okay. Well, and after that we always moved to one place to another, like because the cat was always after my dad. That's not true.
Okay. I was like, wait, what? Like that literally just registered?
No, but I live literally in about 20 different houses.
Wow.
Between Antofagasta, La Serena, the south of Chile, and Santiago.
Wow.
So
and if you guys don't know, Chile is like this. Like literally one long string.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, because you have guests all around the world.
I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, world. Okay, wait. So you have an idea? Chile, imagine the world like your hand. Chile is like your this nail. So it's so yeah, that's why I have to adapt every time. Like I engage with people, I build some friendship, really amazing friendship. And then it was really common for me to say goodbye to all of them because we have to move to a different house. So, well, if I see the positive on that, that's why maybe I don't have troubles with meeting new people all the time. And maybe a little detached from people. Yeah. Also. But it's not like people always
that makes sense though, because if you're always going and you know you're always going, you obviously have a heart and you don't want your heart to like be broken every single time you have to say goodbye.
And I'm not just a piece of meat like my girlfriend tends to see me.
Kenley, why are you not watching this right now?
She will be agreeing. But yeah, I think that also maybe could be, I don't know if a bad thing, but different way to see it, because I always heard people say, yeah, I have my best friend since we born in the same hospital, and my friendship is like 20 years of friendship, and I don't have like a friend with that kind of time inverted in that relationship.
Yeah. Interesting, eh?
Yeah. Well, and after that, I changed my life being this social guy, and I moved to Santiago, trying to pursue what I thought it was right, like following the norm.
Oh,
and
you heard it.
Yeah, and I don't use that word because of her. It's actually the truth. I was in that path.
Yes.
So
did you move here alone?
Yeah.
Okay. And your family's where now?
My family what?
Is where now?
Is where?
Where's your family? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. They're still in south of Chile, in Los Angeles. Yeah. So I start to change a lot, and I becoming this really lonely guy. Still, I have a lot of people who I meet with, but it's different between meet someone and have a relationship. So I spent a lot of time working on myself, like inner search all the time.
Yeah.
Which is cool because when I'm with people, I can be like better person because I know myself. But
what were some of the activities you did for the inner search journey?
Well, first I had to touch the bottom, like feeling really wrong because I was dependable of other people. If one day people didn't look at me, didn't smile at me back, went with me to trekking or do something fun, I take that personal. So I was feeling terrible because how can I be happy with just myself?
Yeah.
So I start reading, and well, I feel close to the universe, and I don't know if I found God, but I think I felt it in a way, in a really personal way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can take a lot of different forms.
Yeah.
It has a lot of avatars. Right now, to me, it's a mix. I can see God as a pure love energy that resides in every, character you want to put that inside. For example, right now would be Krishna, and also, Jesus.
Yeah. I actually studied the Krishna thing when faith?
Yeah.
Krishna faith. And when I studied abroad in Los Angeles, we all had to choose a different religion to study. And that's the one I did. I cannot tell you, I don't remember many things, but the woman that I interviewed, because we had to find somebody in the faith who was always at the house of worship to interview, to have them, for us to understand, the religion and whatnot. And I just thought it was very interesting. Yeah.
What specifically you thought?
I just so the the faith in itself. Do you believe in I can't even I'm just saying what I see because I can't even remember. But the gods that had many hands.
Yeah. Shiva.
Yes. So that in itself for me, I just thought it was so interesting that people believe in that, because obviously with my faith is completely different. So but it was just interesting that I don't know, I just can't even put my thoughts together right now. Everyone is spite. But I don't know, I just thought it was just all very interesting and different, extremely different. Yeah.
Nice. I'm glad you had that experience.
Yeah, me too. I actually loved the entire, because for 4 weeks we studied just urban religion. And so we went to the houses of worship, the Jews, the Muslim.
But you didn't stay in one temple or?
No. We went to the houses of worship, and then we got not a lecture, but a speech about what their faiths were about.
Yeah.
And it was so bad that at the end, the last class, the teacher, because it's a Christian school, so the teacher said, "Okay, guys, we're gonna open Pandora's box, so you guys can ask any question about anything having to do with faith or religion or whatever." So it got so emotional in that room where the girls in my cohort were like crying, and some of them were like, oh my gosh, like I've never asked myself why I believe what I believe. And I haven't either. And like at that time I was 18. And was I 2014? Yeah, I was 18. And so I was like, oh my gosh, like me neither. But like for me, like there was a reason. Like I believe, because I believe everything happens for a reason. I believe there was a reason why everything happened the way like it happened in my life. And I took that time because it was also in December. So it was like becoming the end of the year. You know? So I took that time to like figure out like why I believe what I believe. And that question kind of turned into a journey of like searching who is Jesus and like what does Jesus like mean to me, you know? And that journey took years. Like I feel like I'm still kind of on it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like everything that happens to me and, you know, like who I pray to and like just the emotions and like how I'm filled, you know, inside, it's just like, for me, it just like all relates to like Jesus. And like God, like Jesus, yeah.
That's great that you thought that you had to think about it and live with it.
Yeah.
Before you say, okay, I believe in God because of this, like immediately answer. Nobody forced you to have immediately answer of faith.
Yes, and I think that's very important, especially for people who grew up in a certain faith. I feel like there is no space for you to be like, wait, hold up. Like, why am I even like believing this? You know what I mean? Like, and I think that is very important because in that moment, their faith is detached from your parents or whoever converted you, and then it becomes yours. Exactly. And so yeah.
And not only with your faith, and also with everything that you do.
Yeah.
It's all about, I think, like being detached with everything and take a look from a side and being conscious and start making questions all the time. Don't assume that you know.
Yeah.
Don't assume you know yourself.
Yeah. No. And that's why it's important for us to get to know ourselves. And that's why, like in the Eyes of Beijing world, you know, the steps of how to step into your greatness after you realize that you have to wake up consciousness, you have to wake up and deviate from the norm. The first thing is now you have to embrace yourself. Who are you? Why do you like you? What is your self-worth? You know, you have to look for those things to carry you through, you know, all the other challenges that you will be facing in this life. But yeah, okay. That was a good, like, okay, but if you continue with your beautiful story. Being content, learning to be content with you.
Oh, yeah. So since I was little, I was really always was this kind of guy that was thinking all the time, thinking a lot of mind in my life. For example, I remember one Christmas and every other guy was playing outside on the streets, all my friends, and I was in the couch stroking my eyebrows. It's something I tend to do for relax myself, or when I'm stressed, or when I'm arguing with my girlfriend. Like,
not kidding.
Like this. So I was like this in the couch. I mean, 5 years old. Who does that? Thinking all the time. And my uncle.
Could y'all imagine a 5-year-old?
Yeah, I was really cute. There's a picture. I will look for it.
Show us later.
And my uncle, he asked me, "What are you doing here? They're all playing right there."
There he is, guys. Let's zoom in on that.
I'm thinking, what are you thinking? I'm thinking because I know that in 1 hour we are all going to open our presents, so I'm figuring out what I'm going to do after that because I really want to spend time with all of it, but Nicole doesn't want to be with Christina, so I try to figure out how to do that. So always thinking like little details. So try to put that in a bigger situation. Right now I have 28. So sometimes it's unhealthy, but at the same time it's really healthy if you try to make balance between enjoying, but also try to work on yourself because it's easiest to enjoy all the time. Yeah, I could be out there and having fun all the time. But who is the one who is trying to help everyone?
Yeah.
Who take the time to help everyone? Because certainly I didn't do that for me. I just want to be the whole moment great and perfect. But like you said, sometimes it's just in God's hands. So it's a work. It's something you have to work with a partner, and that partner will be yourself or God.
Yeah. Interesting. Wow, you heard it, guys. You heard his story. Very deep. I know y'all feel it because I feel it. Like you've just been taken into this like place of pensiveness. Yes, pensiveness. I don't know if that's a word, but today it is.
Are you still hot? Yeah, you have.
Like, I am. Yeah.
Really?
No, it's gone.
Yeah.
Do you see something?
No.
Do you see something on my face? Is there something you want to say? Guys, remember that whoever you hang out with, to make sure that your friends are the friends to tell you if you have a booger anywhere on your face. Like, and if they don't, they're not your friends. They don't care about you. I'm just saying.
Oh, sorry. I want to give an advice to people about related to water. This is something that master yoga teacher taught me. So before you drink water, try to see water as energy, because we are all made of water, right? So you try to put emotion on it, or trying to ask her, what do you want or what do you need from yourself, for yourself. So for example, right now, I need to control my need to be in that bathroom peeing because I really want to pee. But also you can ask it like patience and like empathy and, I don't know, respect. So you shake it. You shake it. So it doesn't work like that because it doesn't have a cover. But when a bottle, you shake it a lot until you see bubbles and you drink it. And you will feel like the intention that you put in that water.
Interesting. That is very. Do you actually have to pee though?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can hold.
Yeah, and if you pee in your pants, that's totally fine too.
No, it's not fine because it's white.
Yeah. But it'd be real funny. You know those views though.
I think I can sacrifice for you.
For the views. Yeah. Who can say?
No, Instagram is going to shut down your Instagram.
Oh man, so hilarious, guys. Can't you just not get enough? But don't. Okay, Jota, tell me. So we know your story. We know you're about the self-growth journey and all of that, good stuff. At what moment in your life did you wake up and realize there's got to be more? This is what I like to call your wake-up moment. On to you.
My family was hit by this earthquake. The
2010.
Thank you, 2010. I have troubles to say numbers in English. So can you see, I'm not a math guy. So my both parents were unemployed, and my youngest brother was unemployed too, and we didn't have like nothing else to stand. So I was working at the cinema at that time. So, and I was really happy. Like that was the time I wasn't following the norm yet. I was being me.
Yeah.
And this earthquake was so devastating with all the people who lived there, especially with my family, because I saw that we really don't have nothing like more value than our love as a family.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw my parents broke, not only in a financial level, also like with their spirit. And I thought, man, someone has to do something with this family. We're going down. No, I don't want to live anymore. I have my idea with this JJ is totally different. Thinking about there's no better life, that everything is terrible and doesn't worth to live like that. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And one day I just had to make a choice, a decision, and I went to the internet, and the first image, remember I saw, was Superman. There was a kind of a scholarship for college. And I said, wow, okay, tell me more, Superman. So I started Googling it, and I fill out like a formula, and
like a registration.
yeah, and then I made a video, a really good video to trying to enter this career. So I earned it pretty well, but I had to lift my family, so I have that bag on my back, so I cannot leave them. So my parents said, you don't have to be here because of us, because since you were little, you were always free. So it's time you go on your own journey. Don't worry about us. And that was like feeling a huge release. And I say, okay, I'm going to my own adventure right now. So I left the destroying house, the idea of what I was before that, and then I moved to Santiago. But the big mistake, and also was the huge learning, was to feel that once I get here, everyone, oh, I don't know, I'm sorry if I'm speaking like generally, but most of the people seems to be living with this kind of concept. You have to do this, and then you do that, and then you finally get your own happiness. So like a norm, like
the norm.
Yeah, something by default.
And I do not want to interrupt this, but we just got 2 new viewers. I just want to say hi to Blank Notes, and I just want to say hi to Lauren. Thank you for tuning in. We're here with Jota, JJ, and the Mr. Growth Man. Okay, right now he's answering the question, when did he realize his wake-up moment? So let's continue. And if you have any questions throughout this entire video, just please comment below.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
And is it too boring? I promise I can do a lap dance.
Let's keep it PG. This is a millennial. You're going to make me lose this account as well.
Yes.
So right now we're listening to his story. So just tune in, guys. Yeah.
Okay. After that, I was living with the norm without notice. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it could be like 5 years and you didn't notice who was that person during those years. So one day I wake up really empty, with a lot of question about myself. And right there, I thought I called something, like I tracked some answer to my life. And then I meet yoga.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was the best help.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no question.
No, when you moved to Santiago, like, did you come with a job or you came with that scholarship program?
With the scholarship program, but it's just covering the half. So I had to work also.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So
And was it for what? School?
No, college.
It was for university.
Yeah,
okay, it's for university.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where did you study?
At advertising.
I can hire you on the Eyes of Beijing team.
Well,
what do we say, guys? I'm just kidding.
I charge a lot.
Okay. Never mind.
So yeah,
so
Beijing Foundation. BeijingFoundation.com. You can
exactly. Crowdfund.
So yeah, so I started practicing yoga, and there was a different journey. Was like an inner journey, because everything else looked so external, and I was dependable of that external force. Like, is that person smile at me? Is that teacher happy with my job? Is my boss satisfied with what I'm doing? So everything was coming out
back at you.
Yeah. And that was really unstable way of living a lot. And that's why I don't know if everyone, but I try to seek some shelter. And I found it in yoga. So it was, to me, the best way to connect your mind, because it's always thinking, your soul, who has all the questions, and your body, who can execute the things and make the things happen or change or move.
Yeah.
So it's a very great mix and blend of yourself.
Yeah.
So you work on it. You spend a lot of time, because it's practicing a lot of practice. You have to practice. You want to be happy, or you want to be smart, or you want to be different. You have to practice that every day. So eventually, you're going to become happier or smarter. Or yeah, that was the point. And I will wake up.
So that was your wake up moment, yoga.
Yeah, yoga.
Interesting, you guys. Raise your hand if you've ever done yoga before. I have, and the first time that I ever did it, it was in Viña del Mar when I was studying abroad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but okay, when I was doing it, the next day I couldn't get out of my bed. You would have think that your girl just ran a friggin' 20-mile run. Okay, because the next day your girl couldn't even lift a toe from the bed. Okay, but then I guess something happened to my body or whatever. Oh, see, Blanco says that was her too. I guess like the break in of yoga is just because you're using like all these like bones that like you don't stretch before. So it's it's just wow. But then like I went to this yoga thing 3 weeks ago.
What kind of yoga? Remember?
I should have. Why did I? I think because you're traveling. Anyway, so it was called Bend and Breakfast and Bend and Breakfast.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was. You would have loved it.
So you had to eat like this.
Yo, I think we would all cough and die. But first of all, it was like in this like cafe, like super cool cafe, and like everyone had their yoga mats, and we did yoga first for like the hour, and then they brought the chairs in, and then we all like just networked and like just was talking to each other, eating brunch. So it was super cool. It was like a super cool event that I'm glad I went to.
You just light me up when oh, thank you.
Actually, that would be an amazing idea for you.
I'm a yoga teacher. Remember?
I know that you are, but like, yeah, I even have her contact if you want to get in contact with her.
Yeah, we should discuss that with a beer after.
Later. I don't like drink beer because it makes me bloated.
Yeah, me neither, but I just want to look like tough.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'm more like
I drink tea.
Are you making fun of tea? Because I drink tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
No, I drink tea too. Green tea though. Let me see all my green tears. Raise your hand.
Green tea, chai, yogi tea too. It's pretty cool.
Yogi, I've never had that one.
No, I can make it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like.
You need you need black pepper, cinnamon. I don't know how you say clavo de olor here.
I don't know what that is.
Clavo de olor.
Is it white?
No.
Okay, no.
It's like a tiny little. I don't say when you
knock it.
Smash.
Yeah.
The hammer. Yeah, the thing you smash.
Clover.
Clover. Yeah.
No.
Smell
Ooh, ajo? No.
No. Garlic is ajo.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, it's not garlic. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, this is not a cooking show. This is a show to inspire. Okay, cool. So your wake-up moment. So we heard your story, and your wake-up moment was yoga. And then, when did you finally take your first step? Yeah, taking steps are very important. Your first step to deviate from the norm. What form did that take?
Question myself of everything, and the first question was, why am I'm happy right now?
Why am I not happy?
I'm happy. Why?
So why am I unhappy? Sorry, yeah.
Sorry.
No, that was correct. Yeah.
So that question, the answer was the university. I was studying something that I had to figure out what were my skills and try to choose something available. That's why I choose advertising. But I was so stressed because I had to pay a lot of money to go to the college. So I study during weeks. I worked every week, and then I took every summer to work in this modeling thing. So I was always working, really stressful because I was thinking that was my north. My north is like finish my career, and I have to work.
Yeah.
So that's when you start to forget who's beside you.
Yeah.
You're becoming this person, like a horse race with norm. So it's like someone just take off my veil. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I quit my my career. I didn't finish because I wasn't happy studying that.
Yeah.
You know, you're really happy doing this. You
Yeah.
enjoy every time you don't go into nightclubs with me. You say no, JJ, don't insist, please. I have to work on my show.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing. I didn't do that in the past.
Yeah.
So the first step was to make that hard decision because you think you're going to disappoint a lot of people. So maybe you're not thinking about yourself, you're thinking about others, and you can live the rest of your life trying to pleasing others instead of just answering just one freaking question about yourself. And then, well, that was the first step. And
so the first step was to quit.
To
ask the question.
To ask myself.
And then you got rid of everything that was not.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
It's like going to the closet and say, okay, honestly, here, what is it that I really like? What is it that I really wear? Just this, and that.
Exactly.
All of that, it just, I can't.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao. It's like I think there's like a Chilean like motion. Like, I don't know if men do it, but like I've seen like girls go, ciao. Wait, sorry. Ciao. Wait, no, sorry. I'm doing it wrong.
I never.
Ciao.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Or maybe my
yours like.
Really?
Like this. It's como ciao.
Really?
Ciao. Ciao. Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing?
Yeah.
I've never seen Chileans move so big before.
Really?
Because let me just give you a little culture lesson on Chileans. Chileans are just like
I know.
Like if you see a girl in the street, I'm like, woo, and then like everyone's staring, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I look around and I'm like trying to smile at them, you know, trying to get some emotion from their faces, and they're all like, why are you looking at me?
Well, difference you do that without alcohol. Here in Chile, people need alcohol. Actually, we are one of the top 10 country that we show more levels of alcoholism.
Yeah. Yeah, because wine. It is like a wine country.
Yeah.
And pisco country.
Pisco, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, both of them, you know, so it makes, you know, it's like culture. Part of the culture. Cool. Okay, so we got your wake up moment. Wake up moment was like yoga is the thing. And then your first step to deviation was asking yourself the question, why what is making me unhappy?
Yes.
And then you just got rid of those things. You cut those bad boys out of your life.
It's amazing. That sounds pretty easy when you say it.
Right?
Just like that. And it's definitely
not
at all.
At all. Because that's just like friends. When you realize a friend, like you use the clothes example, even with friends, when you realize the friends that aren't good for you or who are not supporting you or who just feel like, okay, you're too weird, like you work too much for what you want, like I'm not about that.
Exactly.
And you gotta cut them out. Cut it out, you know?
And
that's hard.
Or you can just move, meaning that here, for example, you're a tree, a beautiful tree with beautiful fruits.
Yeah.
Very juicy.
Okay, moving on.
So your landed area is this.
Yeah.
But you have people that doesn't make good to you. So instead of just staying there, you can transplant yourself to another garden that is full of beautiful roses and good people, so they can feed you as you can feed them. So it's
beautiful example. I love that. I actually really love that. Wasn't that an amazing example? Oh, we've got someone new on. We've got Julie Champion. Hola.
Hello, Julie Champion joined. No, joined is because he joined.
It's a girl.
Julie. She? Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry, Julie. You're really gorgeous.
And you've heard it from the one, the only, Jota. Great. Okay, so we've heard all of that greatness to help us get to the point of your journey. What was your greatest fear? And is it still a fear?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Here we enter vulnerability and authenticity. Here we enter vulnerability and authenticity space.
To put an end to my life, to say thank you, but it's too much for me. This is a huge confession.
You're thinking that that is your fear.
Yeah.
That you want to do that.
Yeah, because I have to be honest. Sometimes when you're alone and you're full of thoughts, negative thoughts, sometimes you don't feel you're capable of dealing with all that. So in that moment, the only options, the less painful option, the easiest option is to think or rely yourself in that self-killing thought, you know, and I've been there. It's like really, oh yeah, I just want to kill myself, and all these pains gonna disappear. And it's crazy because right after that thought, something about me, something inside me tells me, dude, you suck. You're so weak. You're so ungrateful with your life. The gift that I have been given to you, and you're thinking about killing yourself. No, I'm really disappointed. And it's an inner fight all the time. But it's about us to say, okay, no, I will forget about that thought, because it's a doable way to go away. And I think here in Chile, a lot of young people tends to do that. In the subway,
Think like that.
Yeah, they just jump.
Oh, do it.
Yeah, like every day.
Every day? You don't hear about that.
I research about that, and especially young person between 16 and 20s. That is the critical breach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they tend to feel that way because there's a lot going on right now, and the society don't give you the space to just be quiet and think and be with your inner self. So you have to work, you have to go study, you have to, I don't know, show your parent that you have good marks, good grades. You have to be a good friend, a good boyfriend, girlfriend. You have to eat wealthy. You have to train because you don't want to be fat. You want to feed your Instagram account, your Facebook. So there's a lot going on. It's like society lives with her foot in the accelerator all the time.
Yeah.
And no one pays enough attention to say, "Damn, I'm going really fast. Please stop this. I want to get out."
Yeah, no, I agree with that statement in terms of there's always so much going on. To the point where like I took my step back from life last year, and because last year was the hardest year of my life, and like you said, it was an inner battle. Everything like self-confidence, my faith, I just wanting to quit, done, can't, like all of it, cried like almost every week, like it was real bad. There was like nothing. I mean, actually, there was some external stuff that was happening to me, but most of it was just right in here. And so I was just like, I like cannot deal with this. So what I did obviously was I took a step back. I like did not like deleted my apps from my social media, because that was harming me more than like me being a good force for others. It was harming me where I found myself comparing myself to other people like all the time. Like, why am I not getting these likes? Like, why am I not getting these views? Like nothing is, so I like fell into that trap, and I was like, I just can't. So in October, I came out of social media and I called that entire season Operation Barefoot. And that's where we are today. And during that season, I channeled all that negative energy into writing spoken words. And so I used these spoken words as like the art form for me to express like what I am feeling. And it was also used for me to film this year, to share to everyone like, hey, like Beijing's not just happy-go-lucky, but there's like some nitty-gritty stuff that, like happened into my life where like I hate my body, and like and just other stuff, that I will be talking, like sex and like just all that other stuff that I'll be talking about but what millennials struggle with, like all millennials struggle with. And that and I feel like what's missing is that like society tells you that like, oh, you need to be positive like all the time, like you need to be good like all the time. And like recently with my Instagram account that got deleted, I was just like I was just so pissed. Like I wanted to be mad and I wanted to be angry because I was just like, you know what? Like, your girl just wants to like punch a window. You know, like, it's like, I'm so innocent. It's just like, you know, she's like, I just want to like punch a class, you know? And shoot, it's saying 1 minute remaining, meaning feeling like we have to get off. I didn't know I had a time clock like that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We still got YouTube and Facebook.
So I have a question, sorry. Did you have time during that process? Weren't you working with a job?
I was teaching English, yeah. Okay. Well, no, before I wasn't working. And that was one of my other stresses, like, oh my gosh, like I can't find a job here in Chile, blah, blah. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, and then someone told me about the English teaching, what I'm doing now. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, I got this. But still, like, you know, there's still that like internal fight. And basically, like, what happened was, one, I channeled the negativity into something productive. And two, I spent a lot of alone time. Like, I'm a journaler. I've been journaling since I was 15. So I have like at least 20 journals right now. And I'm a journaler, I'm a reader, and I'm like a reflector. So like when and then I also have like devotions with God. So every morning I try to have quiet time with Jesus. And that's just like reading the Bible, reading a Christian book, and then like just like writing in my journal as a prayer. Because if I like just pray, then I get like really, what's the word? I just get really, lose my head, lose what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's tough. That is huge.
But you can do the same things at the same time. Like you can work on yourself while you have this social life too. You have to go to work, you have to go to study. So because people can think, yeah, I want to have time with myself. I want to study myself.
Oh, you're asking.
How I'm going to do that? Because life's going on all the time. So
yeah, you're asking.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, it's possible. But like, I feel like with people like us and whoever's watching, who's very, social and would call themselves a social butterfly, people like us, I feel like it's harder, or at least like for me, it's like harder because my initial reaction is like, I want to hang out.
Yeah.
I want to like do something fun today. I want to.
Like,
and that's also, yes. And that's also bad because not that your time is being wasted, but what else could you be doing, you know, at that time? And I'm so glad that I learned that very young because like right now, like this year, my 3 words are focus, discipline, and sacrifice. So
nice.
Having said that, my focus is not on like, as bad as this sounds, like my focus is not like on friends or like hanging out because like I'm also a type A personality. So like anything I do, I'm the one that has to plan it. And I'm so sick and tired of that. Like, and I don't ever really.
Please don't quit. We need you.
I like get invited to things like 3 times a year. Everything else or how I hang out with other people is me inviting other people. So it's just like I'm that person, and I've struggled with that a lot, but I learned to accept it that that's me. I'm the one to invite. I never get invited, and so it's just like, and that's also like a struggle too because it's like, whoa, like do people not like me? Like.
Something wrong with me because I want all people to love me.
Yeah, well, not even that. It's just like, you know, like why am I not? If I'm inviting you, like why aren't you inviting me to your stuff? You know what I mean? So it's just like, so it's just that reciprocal, you know. But then it's just like
altruism. That's not altruism.
Oh, pardon?
Altruism.
What is that?
No, altruismo. When you do something for others without expecting nothing.
Oh yeah, return. Yeah.
New word.
Yeah. Perfect. No, it's just like, but it's just like that's. But it's been like since I was like a child. Like I would invite. Yeah. So, but again, I honestly, I don't know. Like, do you think that like we got weak? Like our generation is weak. I feel when I look at our parents' generation and I say, okay, they went through obviously not the same stuff because now we have technology and that's like a whole other ballgame. But it's like. They still had to do the work and the study and, you know, like all that stuff. And we're changing the ball game. Like instead of doing that, we want to travel or we want to start our own business. And that's super cool. Like that's great. But it's like, I feel like still like as a millennial, as a generation, the millennial generation, I still feel like we've become like weakish, you know, like where it's like, no offense to what you're struggling with because everybody has struggles, but it's just like, I don't know. And I would have to like explore that more and like research that more. But like recently what I've been getting is like, I don't know, like with the gun control stuff in the US, what's happening? Do you know what's happening with the gun control? It's like, I don't even think a gun is the problem. Like, yeah, okay, come shoot me, guys. I don't even think guns are the problem. I think it's what's happening in society is the problem, where children have to feel so dead inside, where they have to pick up a gun and shoot other children.
Well,
and they're,
I think, sorry.
No, I'm done.
Because that was a question, right? If I people already mentioned.
Please share your thoughts.
Well, if I try to compare ourselves, us, with, I don't know, our parents or my great
Yeah.
He lived in the countryside. He doesn't have internet. He doesn't have any stimulation. That's the thing. We have a lot of stimulation. So since we have a lot of stimulation, we have a lot of points of comparison points. So at the same time I'm doing something with me using my tool. I'm always looking aside.
Yeah.
Like, what is doing this guy? Or what is doing this other guy? So damn it, he's really good doing that.
Yeah.
I should do that, you know? So imagine that multiplied by 20. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going. I'm just making this more centered.
Okay. So yeah, so we forgot about thinking about us, like you said, because you're always trying to figure out what to do with your friends and be a good host and think about others. Well, I think it's not because we're not weak. We have a lot of stimulation and we have a lot of distractions. So we can understand that that is not the world. That is just a tool, a good tool if you know how to use it, like you do with your channel. But you have to know that your life, it doesn't come from the network, the social media and stuff, all the other people. So the answer, it's inside you. So most of the time, seeking, my dad always telling me that. Tú nunca te conformas con nada. That's his phrase.
Don't ever conform with anything.
Yeah. So you're always trying to do something else, because you told me you want to come to the cinema. Okay, I brought you to the cinema. And then you are going to try to figure out what you're going to do next all the time. So thinking and not be able to
live in the moment.
Live in the moment, exactly. Live in the moment.
And that's what I'm working on right now, actually, living in the moment. Because again, type A personality, like I always have something going on for the next day. So when I go to sleep, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have this at 12, this okay, cool, the next day. And then I find like a bit of like anxiety and like a bit of like nervousness. Like, okay, I don't know how this is going to go. So since it's new, it's like, like, okay, but it builds up inside of you, and then
you're living in the future.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so when it's not, and I think that's why I love movies and massages, because when I get my movies and massages, it's like, I'm not thinking about what I have to do. I'm just relaxed and I'm enjoying the moment. I'm like distracted.
Are you enjoying right now, or are you thinking about what?
I'm loving this conversation actually. Like right now, we got off topic, and I was just thinking about because while you were talking, when I was realizing, I was like, whoa, we're like off topic. But then I was just thinking like how like needed and like healthy this type of conversation is.
Yeah.
So
it's okay. It's all connected.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. That's why. Oh, just me. If I didn't want us to talk about it, I would have skipped this long time. I'm like, okay, next question.
Okay.
Just me.
Oh wait, I just want to say something.
Yes,
related
please.
to that. If you're living in the future all the time and you have expectation of what is coming, could be really exciting. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. But once you get there, and you're there, you're not enjoying that. You just enjoy it in the past, thinking about that. And when you reach that point, it's okay, so what's coming next? So actually you're not enjoying your life.
Yeah.
Ever. Because you have to.
Every time you get there, And I also think, I don't know, like for me, it's just like, and that's why I feel like that's where faith comes in and why faith is so important. Because for me, when I find myself in those like down moments, or when I just anything, like it's just like like, thank you, like, Jesus, for like taking all of this from me. And at the end of the day, like when I die, like I'll just be in heaven, like partying with you. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's like, that's my hope. So like, no matter like what happens on this earth, like if I become homeless, you know, like I always think of like, what are my worst fears? You know, what can happen? Like, if I become well, no, I think it's if I don't reach my potential. But like if I become homeless, or like if I don't know, like just I'm not where I am, or like I'm just struggling every single day, or like, you know, living, you know, like I always think like at the end of it all, like, you know, because I believe that this earth is just a transition to where a transition to where I will rest for the end of my days, you know, and that which we call heaven, that is my hope, you know, to be like, I'll be with Jesus forever, you know, but this right here is just to take as many people with me, you know, on that journey to heaven, so they can all be with Jesus, you know, as well. Because like that for me, and that's my search. That was my search in 2014 when I was 18. Like, why do I believe what I believe? You know, all these years, my search was like, what? Like, it's not about Beijing Caspian Rodgers, like at all. Like, it's not about moi. It's, you know, it's not about moi. It's only about Jesus and like what I do like for him, and like how I become more like him, and you know, and I think I miss it all. That's like why I'm so joyful. You know, like I could be having like a bad day or whatever, but I like it's the light. The light comes back. That light always comes. You know, I be crying, but that light is always there. And you know, and Jesus says, you know, yeah. You know, so
do you believe in reincarnation?
No, I don't.
So you think, because you told me something very interesting recently, that your fear is not to reach your whole potential.
Is to reach. Oh, sorry.
No,
is it
not to
not?
reach?
Yeah.
If you don't. So you think you can, also you think you have only one shot?
In this like earth life, yes. In this Beijing body, yeah. But that's another thing I learned in Krishna.
Yeah.
That you do the reincarnation.
Because I don't know, personal thought. We are not perfect. So what if I have this wake up time nearly to 80s? My 80s. So I have, well, if I'm healthy, I can live 20 more years.
Yeah.
If I'm not, let's say 2. So what if I don't reach my whole potential because I didn't wake up before?
That's a beautiful question. I think at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like, so wake up is like, you know, what are you created here to do on this earth, you know? And if you're 80 and I think, this is so deep. Like, I think it, you know, it's, because I believe that everything happens for a reason, right? So the time when you like wake up, the time when, you know, all of it was written before you were in your mother's womb. You know, like I believe that what is said in the word, in the Bible, is that it is all written, it is all known before you were in your mother's womb. So the episode with my Instagram account, God already knew that was gonna happen. So what the hell am I freaking? He already knew that was gonna happen, and it's happening for a freaking reason. So you know, so it's like, why am I pissed? Like, why am I mad? You know, like, because it's a part of the plan. You know, so with the 80-year-old, you know, if he woke up at that part, that was part of the plan. And again, coming from like the perspective is not about us, where it's like God wanted him to wake up at 80. Because if he woke up at 80, then somehow he would get glory from it. And all of it is just about giving like Jesus glory. And I know that's so hard. That was so hard for me to hear, because it's like, whoa, like what? Like that's what life's about. You know, like what? But it's just like, but it's so humbling to realize that like, no, like it's not about like you know, it's about God. And so it's just like, if the 80-year-old man woke up 80, is because like, I believe personally that like God wanted him to wake up at 80, because it would have glorified him more for him to wake up at 80 than for him to wake up at 20.
Yeah.
That stretch of life probably wouldn't have given God glory of those 60 years than it would have. That 1 year he probably would have lived waking up at 80.
That's really interesting. That's a different way.
Yeah.
It's a different way of seeing that.
Yeah. And actually,
like
that's
that.
the first thing. I think that's the first time that I actually explained it like that before. So I'm actually like reflecting on what I just said too.
Yeah. But what if, well, that could be one way to see it.
Yeah.
What if God is not hoping that, or he's not knowing that person is going to wake up at 80s, but God believes in that guy, the person. So yeah, I know you can do it, my son. I just will love you no matter what. And if you wake up near the 80s, you will have more time trying to work with that, trying to work with your life to be better, to reach me. Not just you have a certain limit of time. What if we have more
time? Yeah.
Because it's all part of the written plan.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It's like a cosmic plan.
Yeah.
It's perfect all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's nice. I like to hear different
perspectives.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, I don't know. And speaking about the reincarnation thing, I feel like that almost makes me like antsy. Like, like if I were to believe in that, like I would come back, and it's, you know what I mean? Like, because I remember like learning about it. It's like something about not points, but what is it like? You become lower. I don't know if you did wrong or something.
It's like involution, no, involutive reincarnation.
I don't know.
The word. For example, if you're a great person in this life and you do a lot of good to others, you will be closer to reach heaven. For example. So in the next life, you will deserve a better family because in this life you have work to do with certain parents. So this is your actual parents because they teach you and you are teaching them, and your friends and everything you have to do with your current life in this life. But you have earned a better option so you can be closer to that. So let's say if I was born in a really humble family with a lot of love, so I have to work on my own with my financial things, being smart, professional stuff and stuff. In the next life, I will be born in a wealthy family and a really spiritual family. So I will start
at a good spot.
At a good spot and be closer and closer.
Yeah. Wow.
And if not, it's like opposite. Yeah. You're going to born in a drug addict family.
Yeah.
Maybe you can actually be an animal.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah, the worst is the pig.
I have to be an animal. Yeah. Oh my gosh, like I feel like that is pressure. Like I feel like that's again, like
you don't want to be a pig.
No, I like okay, again, like with okay, so living life, right? Yeah. Living life. If you live life good, well, or if you live life bad, stuff happens to you. Karma.
Yeah.
So, but then it's like, and I think that's why I just love like Jesus, where it's just like it doesn't matter like what you do, like I love you, and for me, like that, like I cry right now, like I could really cry right now, like that, like breaks me, like every time. Whoo! Hey, that breaks me because it's like we suck, like we suck, and no matter what you've done, he still loves us conditionally, and still, and it's just like I could still be a drug addict, and still listen to like worship music, which is like Christian music, worship Christian music, and like. But I'm a drug addict though, but he still loves me anyway. Just like with, that's why like judging is so bad, because like we're like these tiny little specimens. Like who are we to like judge about anything? Yeah. But anyway, my point is just the fact that like no matter like how we lived our life, even though like obviously you should live it well, but let's just say something happens, because God allows things. So, no matter how we live our life, like at the end of the day, if you accept Jesus into your heart, like you're guaranteed like to live the rest of your life with him, in heaven. And like, I feel like, and I think that's like the gospel, like love conquers all, no matter like, you know,
that's
and
a beautiful phrase.
And it's again, like I didn't realize that until I love you. You know when you talk and you have never really spoken about the thing before and you reflect about it.
That's the best.
Right?
Yeah, that's working on the track.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, intention.
Yeah, okay.
So let's say, what intention are you putting in the water right now?
That's you go first.
I'm just thankful for this conversation.
Yes.
So thank you.
I'm thankful for what day was that?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! I'm too strong.
It's hot, so
yeah. Salud.
Salud.
Okay. That was good. Yeah. That was really good. I'm gonna bring you back on the show, so we'll do a controversial chat.
Yeah. So we have
different playlists.
And we have a contract.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I will get the pen. Worker. Okay. So you got your greatest fear.
Yeah.
Anyway, whenever you feel like that, my friend, I'm a dial away.
You were.
Dial away. Message away. You just dial me or message me.
You
and
helped
I'm there.
me. Remember
that time?
Yeah. I asked you.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I asked her. I text her. And actually, we met just once, but I felt something different with Beijing. I felt something different with her because she's light. She's pure light. You can see it in her channel. So I text her without doubt, and I told her how I was feeling myself in the darkness, and she saved me that day. You saved me that day a lot.
Wow.
I closed my eyes and I start talking with myself, with the universe, with God, and I just remember that feeling is just peaceful all the time. So yeah, it's a very good practice. Instead of just calling your parent, your terrenal land parent, I don't know how you say it.
Parents?
Yeah, pero tus padres terrenales, como esta.
Oh, natural parents. Oh yeah, natural. Earth parents.
Because sometimes you don't want them to worry about you, and they absorb that maybe that pain because they are amazing. Okay, so you do that, but with someone powerful. Yeah. Like God. Yeah. So you help me a lot.
I'm just gonna give you a little love right there. You're welcome. I'm just here to give, man. Oh, guys, it's getting deep, guys. It's getting deep. Get out of me. That's what life is about. Vulnerability and authenticity. And there's not enough of it. Everyone has to put on a face and everyone has to put on a show. And that's not who they are. And that's why I think we have so many more problems in this society.
Beaten.
Yes, thank you. Just breathe it out. Feeling good. Feeling good. You're beautiful.
You too. Inside
and out, man. Okay. So, my friend, do you regret your lifestyle of waking up and deviating from the norm?
Ooh. I forgot about that.
Hi, Baruki. It's our dog, the Kraken.
Yeah. Well, you should see the shoes. Can I?
Yeah.
After.
Yeah, after.
There's no way. Not even Iron Man can destroy that shoes the way he did. Wow.
Oh,
okay. Well, at the beginning, you start feeling that it's a huge responsibility that you own your own life. So everything that you decide, everything that you choose, is going to have consequences. So you're not allowed to kill everyone else, or you point it out and say, I'm this person because of that family. I'm this bad friend because of that bad friend. I'm this a terrible boyfriend because of that terrible girlfriend. So everything you do, every step you take, you have to do it with responsibility. But now you have the power to control your life. So you are the main character of your movie.
Protagonist.
Yeah, the protagonist. So you are the writer too of your script.
The decisions you make.
Exactly. So I don't regret. Actually, I love it. I recommend that. It's going to be a lot of work, but remember that it's going to be always help. You're going to meet a different person, the person that you need, like Beijing. Because if you're watching this, it's obviously because God wants you to watch this and meet this beautiful person.
Oh.
So.
And this one too, episode 2. That is a great. I am so glad. Yeah, and I agree with you completely because often you're taking this leap, right? So it's like, gee, what the hell did I just do? Let's just do this. Let's just backpedal, let's just backpedal a little bit, But yeah, wonderful, wonderful. So we are getting to it. This is the last question, okay? Everybody listen up and make sure your ears are turned on, okay? If you had 30 seconds to live, what advice would you give those watching to further empower us on our journey to wake up and deviate? In terms of self-growth.
Yeah.
And the countdown starts now.
Okay, guys, I'm about to die right now, so listen to me very, very carefully. Trying to see fear as a person, as a different version of yourself. So inside you, there's a whole neighborhood. So nobody wants to play with fear. So you leave it out and you ignore it. And when you're growing, you start to feed other emotion like happiness, like joy, like enthusiasm.
No! No! Oh man, but we got the main idea. Yeah. And basically it's about fear. Don't see fear as a person.
No, see that as a person.
What?
Okay, let me explain this.
No, it's too late.
No,
it's too late.
You want to edit it. You want to edit it?
I can't. This is live.
Oh, shit.
This is live.
No, I need people hear this.
Okay.
Sorry. That's
not fine, I guess we can make an exception.
Thank you.
Another 30 minutes.
Okay.
Countdown goes on.
No, listen. Try to imagine fear as a person. It's a different version of yourself. It's a different Beijing, but same age, same face. So no one's want to play with fear because it's terrible. So you ignore it. And while you are growing, joy, happiness, security, confidence grow with yourself. But you are ignoring fear, and fear is also growing. Someday you will wake up and you will smash against fear.
I'm just kidding.
That's terrible. You enjoy it.
Okay.
No, they're not
Please
going to
continue.
get the message.
Please continue.
So fuck fear.
Whoa! Yeah.
So don't leave it out. Trying to go to that neighborhood and knock the courage that you have inside you, so you can face your fears, and you can live with it, because you're going to live every day of your life with fear. So try to
love it.
Yeah, try to love it, because it's a different version of yourself. It's going to be there always.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Fear is like a different version of yourself, and so it's like. You're like, come on, fear, let's play together.
Let's play together, because
on,
we need
fear.
you. We need you to be complete, to be very strong.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
feel the fear and do it anyways.
Yeah.
I'm actually doing a video on that. Feel the fear and do it. Actually, it was a collaboration video with somebody else, and the topic was feel the fear and do it anyways.
Oh, I want to see this.
Yeah, I already sent my part in, but I'm still waiting for him to send his part in. Yeah, cool. I like that. I like that. And there you have it. Finally, like 5 hours later.
Sorry.
That's why I said 1 minute for every question. I'm just kidding. We love
No, she's thinking, damn, he ruined my whole interview. All the work that I did is
like never calling him back again.
Yeah. These cards are empty. You want to know? There's nothing. There's blank space.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay? But a host never reveals her secret, so I can't show you the other side. But that's a lie. And If you want more of Jota y Jota, you can find him on Instagram at Juan Jose Letnic. His photo is a wolf. And remember, if you want to step onto your path because you're living a lifestyle of waking up and deviating from the norm, leave a comment on this video, like the video, okay? Okay? And as Gandhi says, your life is your message. So why not live it by empowering the millennial generation to step into their greatness by waking up and deviating from the norm? Thank you so much, JJ.
Thank you.
Jota y Jota, Mr. Grow Man, Mr. Self Grow, for being on the show and for being a guest. We have appreciated you. They have appreciated you. You have appreciated you. And we are thankful.
Thank you very much. That was
You're welcome.
amazing.
Guys, we are out of there, okay? And the crowd goes, well.
You want the shirt?
No, we don't want to see ads today. Okay, and stream. And